the next thing we do is, since that machine is ready, we can boot the gateway. So power it on, and then you will see it will check the interface, it will check the disk, and it will ask where to install. So if you have a USB and you want to boot from USB, then it also sees the same window. It gives you like a minute to either select the two options from here. So from the first, if you click in your keyboard the up arrow and then select the install Gaia on this system, hit enter, and then it will start checking the disk, the drivers, and then the installation continues. So we'll go step by step. This takes a little bit of a time, so we'll be patient with it. While you're doing that, on the workstation, the VMware workstation, you might not see your mouse. So to release, you click Control and hold the Control and Alt key from your keyboard, and then it releases. You can have your mouse back. When you click on the screen, then it will disappear again. So just keep in mind, if you have used VMware Workstation, you're familiar with that. Otherwise, in this installation, we just want to have the mouse available when we need, so we can maneuver. So that is starting now the installation. It checked everything, and step by step we will complete from there. Okay, so the window then shows you this stage where it asks you, do you want to proceed with the installation? And we say yes, and then we choose the keyboard. I will use United Kingdom, which is Great Britain here. So tab key, click OK, and then the disk, just randomly, the system root is not big, but I want to give it like 40. And so lock in your keyboard 40, and in the logs I need a big space for the logs, so let me give, because 150, let me give here 70 as well, 40 and 70, and yeah, that's all right. So I'm happy with that. Later we can increase the file system, so it's not a problem. Then we say OK, and it asks me the password, the admin password. That's the Gaia admin user. So I want to provide a password, and then click the tab key. Then it will check the interfaces, and then it will ask, where do you want to manage from this? So if you see, again, Control Alt to release the mouse. This is the interface I want to manage, and that's going to be VMnet 1, and that interface we assign VMnet 1 to the first interface. So if you go to the settings, here is the gateway, and if you check the settings, the first one is connected to VMnet 0, which is the internet here, and the second one is inside network or the internal network, that's VMnet 1. So what we're going to do, Ethernet 0 is over here, Ethernet 1 and Ethernet 2 in the firewall. So if you close that, Ethernet 0 is our internet connectivity, but that's not our management interface. We're not managing it from the internet. It's Ethernet 1. So we select that and then click OK, and then it says, what do you want that interface to have, the Ethernet 1? And our management interface is actually from this subnet. Here we have, so this is wrong, I need to remove that, but our management is over here. So 10.1.1, and the IP is going to be 115. So let's provide the IP, 10.1.1.115, and then we don't have a default gateway. This will be the default gateway for the internal network. So, and it's not a DHCP server. If you want to make a DHCP server, you'd rather do it when you finish the configuration. That's my preferred way. So the installation now starts. And I will pause the recording from time to time just to save time. And this will take some time. I will pause again.